So I'm standing very strategically so you only see part of the mess of my kitchen. But the kids are outside playing with their friends. I'm making a cup of tea, and during lockdown, one of my friends said that she got in the habit of going with a cup of tea to sit on her doorstep and having a bit of peace and quiet. So I'm trying to do that a little bit as well, because sometimes I feel like I never intentionally sit down. But I'm gonna do that and take you with me. So I'm out here with my cup of tea. Even though it's a very hot day, I still have to have my cup of tea. You can see our makeshift mud kitchen. I've decided that aesthetics are not going to be my strong point when it comes to homemade. I do like things to look nice, and I like things to be like aesthetically pleasing, but I don't have either the funds to do it. Like, I'd love to buy a fancy mud kitchen, but I can't. I don't have the time to like keep the upkeep of things, because if I tidy all of this up and put it away, the next day they'll all want to play with it again. So I don't have the time or energy for that. And I've also realised that sometimes what I think is important, the kids really do not care about. So I do like I sometimes make the effort, like we have a little nature area in our living room, and that I like to like make look nice if possible, because it's in our living room and I'm staring at it a lot more. But I recognise that that's for me. It's because I want a nice little Charlotte Mason-esque nature area to look at. But everywhere else is good enough for right now anyway. And the kids don't see the things that I see as well. They just see a place to invent and create. Anyway, that's enough disclaimers for the mess behind me. I've been interrupted so many times that I've completely forgotten what I've talked about. So I'm going to start from the beginning and edit this into some kind of coherent video. But it's Tuesday today. That's what I was saying. It's Tuesday today. It feels like it's like Friday 2 weeks from now. That's how long this week feels. Not because it's been particularly a struggle, but I don't know. They're playing football, some of their neighbours. It just feels like a little bit of a slog, and like I can never catch up. And that made me think about how the road to homemade, at least my homemade, is full of good intentions, like very, very full of very, very good intentions, but they don't necessarily happen. So my last video was talking about our plans for the summer, and we didn't have like a massive big plans. It would probably be doing 45 minutes maximum each morning of kind of table time, but that was supposed to start last Monday, hasn't started. And then I wanted to start it, sorry, there's so much going on right now. It's great, I love living right in the middle of community, but it means that it's very hard to get videos done. So as I was saying, it wasn't like a big epic plan, but we couldn't get it started. And it's down to me. It's because I have this, I know if it's a mental block or not, of if I don't have things prepped how I want them, which again wouldn't take too long, I find it really hard to then jump into it in the morning. So I haven't had time or energy in the evenings to get things the way that I want, or I've been distracted and spent the time and energy doing other things, like reading Amber O'Neill Johnston's book, which has been really good. But yeah, I just feel like there are a lot of good intentions, and I really want us to have structured time. I know that might not always be the right thing to say. We look like unschoolers in terms of my kids' kind of schedule. We don't have a lot of sit-down learning where we don't teach topics explicitly, like science and history and so on. It just comes up when we're talking, and so they are learning it. If the LA are watching, we are definitely learning it, but not in a very structured, scheduled way. But for maths and English, I really like to sit down with them, because like I find it fun, not because I think, oh, they definitely need to do this, but because it's a really fun time together. And if you watched Lucy's live where she talked about, I can't remember the phrase, but it was about finding kind of areas that you all enjoy, like mutual areas of enjoyment, and for us, like sitting around talking about a book, sitting around doing some crafts, sitting around playing a game, like those, we all enjoy them. And if they didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be wanting it to happen. But I feel like we're just, I don't know, I keep hitting a brick wall to get it done. I don't know if anyone else experiences that. I'm pretty sure that most people would. I wish I had the personality of being able to just like keep going. And for some reason when I was a teacher, I had no problem with that. I could get up at the same time each day, turn up somewhere the same time each day. But the more that I've left systems, the more I realised like how much of what I was doing was for other people and to meet other people's expectations. And because a lot of those are removed right now, that makes it's better, but sometimes it's harder for me personally to get motivated, which means my motivation should really come from inside. I know that. So if the removal of those like outside obligations has made me realise how poorly I am intrinsically motivated to do things and how I need to work on that, one thing that it definitely has made me very happy about is the fact that I don't have to keep going at something just because I feel like we're supposed to do that, or that it's expected of me. Since we all had COVID, and it was about 2 weeks that we were all inside just because of wanting to keep other people safe, but also because we just felt rubbish. Some of my kids have really struggled with going back kind of outside to the big hikes that we were doing, to the bigger groups that we were going to, and there's like no pressure to do that. And I love that because as someone who, when I was younger, I was quite anxious socially and very shy, and had to just keep going to school events, had to keep going to different group events because that's just what the norm was. And I really struggled with that, and I didn't enjoy large parts of school because of that. But the fact that I can just pause things, that we can say, okay, we're just going to be us today. We're just going to take these little steps out and just build up to that. Like that is, I mean, I know that isn't the case for everyone, and certainly won't always even be the case for our family. But the fact that I can, my kids can be taught how to manage their emotions and manage their expectations of themselves and take time with that, that's been really amazing. And sometimes I forget the fact that maybe the reason why we haven't rushed into everything and started up with a big routine is because we're just needing it to be slow right now. And I guess that's come full circle to say that the road to home ed is full of good intentions. They're not often met, but perhaps that's because they were the wrong intentions, even though they were good. So that's my roundabout way of saying it's okay that we've lived very slowly, and I wouldn't say had full weeks. It's not been full of engaging things. It's not like we're living this full, rich life. We're just plodding through day to day, and that's okay because there's a lot of richness going on in how our brains are growing and how our bodies are resting. And so I will watch this back myself next time that I think I just haven't done what I'm supposed to have done. I hope you're having a good week. If you like these ramblings, because I recognise that they really are just ramblings, then definitely press like, because it means that we know what kind of content you want or don't want. So if you don't like them, you probably haven't got this far anyway, but if you don't like them, please don't press like. But if you do, let us know and join in the chat as well, either on Instagram or on Facebook, or just in the comments below. But I'll have all of that information down below as well, because this isn't just about me rambling on to you. I want to hear your rambles too, so definitely get me involved with those. But take care and have a good week.